This is about the emotional empowerment pivot. Most people tell you how to save your desk, but what if we show you how to shield your mind? When you challenge office norms, workplace norms, the retaliation is designed to break your spirit through calculated exclusion. But is it time to prioritize immediate emotional stabilization and reclaim your power from a toxic system? Is it that time? You spoke up to improve the culture, but now your office, your work environment feels like a war zone. When dissent triggers systemic hostility, your career isn't the only thing at risk, your sanity is. Should you stop trying to save your job and start saving your psyche from the psychological fallout of corporate retaliation? They aren't just ignoring you, are they gaslighting you too? To survive this isolation, should you reframe workplace alienation as a should you define workplace alienation as a strategic buffer rather than a professional failure? We're developing tactical boundaries and rigorous documentation to neutralize that attack and to transform that hostility into a temporary, manageable state of being. Conventional wisdom says to fix the culture or save your job after speaking out. Is this a trap? When the office turns hostile, career preservation is your enemy, is it not? Should you stop trying to fit back in and instead prioritize your psyche by treating isolation, again, not as a failure, but as your greatest strategic shield? Being ostracized at work isn't a social death sentence, it's a temporary tactical advantage. While others tell you to mend fences after challenging norms, what if we're telling you to build walls, documenting the hostility to weaponize the truth, and reframing your alienation into a managed state of emotional safety and total psychological independence? Forget leaning in or open communication when you're being gaslit by HR. Most workplace advice focuses on reconciliation, which only leaves your mental health vulnerable to systemic retaliation. What about flipping the script? By stop seeking professional validation and start using tactical boundaries to neutralize that psychological fallout of being the office whistleblower. Right now, your brain is under siege. When you speak truth to power, corporate retaliation isn't just a career threat, it's a targeted strike on your nervous system. You're being gaslit and isolated to break your resolve. We are initiating emergency emotional stabilization immediately to save your sanity before it's too late. You have a dangerously narrow window to protect your psyche before systemic hostility causes permanent burnout. The office norms you challenged are now weaponized against you. If you don't deploy these tactical boundaries and documentation protocols that we always refer to, the psychological fallout may be irreversible. This is about survival, not just your HR file. They're using professional dissent as a catalyst to trigger a mental breakdown and start prioritizing your mind by reframing your isolation as a strategic bunker to neutralize their attacks. Remember, every second you wait, they win.